Socrates was sentenced to death for asking questions. And in that cold Athenian cell, while the city cheered his execution, he whispered the single rule that turns every injustice into unbreakable inner peace. We scream on social media, we sue our bosses, we cancel our friends, we fight wars in comment sections, while one 2,400-year-old sentence from a barefoot prisoner quietly ends the war inside your head. In the next 15 minutes, you will learn the exact rules Socrates used in court, the 3 questions he asked himself before drinking hemlock, and the one daily drill that makes unfairness irrelevant. Stay until the end. Your next injustice is coming. When it arrives, you'll thank me for this. Press play and breathe. Here is the rule. In one sentence, spoken 2,400 years ago, inside a courtroom that smelled of sweat and death. In Plato's Apology, line 38a, Socrates looked his accusers in the eye and said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Pause. Let that land. Most people hear it and think, "Be curious." Socrates meant something sharper. When life feels unfair, stop examining the unfairness, start examining your judgment of it. That single twist is the knife that cuts resentment out of your chest. Picture this. Unfairness is weather. It rains on everyone. A promotion stolen, a lover who ghosts, a referee who cheats. You can't stop the storm. But your judgment, that's the umbrella you left on the kitchen table. Pick it up, and the rain no longer touches you. Every scream you post online, that's you shaking your fist at clouds. Every lawsuit you file, that's you trying to sue the sky. Socrates' rule flips the camera. Instead of zooming in on what they did, zoom in on the lens you're using. Ask once, is this pain coming from the event or from the story I just glued onto it? Answer honestly, and the injustice shrinks to the size of a puddle, not an ocean. This is why the barefoot prisoner smiled on death row. He wasn't ignoring the unfairness. He was examining the one thing still in his control, the story he told himself about it. Hold that sentence. We're about to turn it into a weapon you can carry every day. Stay with me. The storm is coming, and your umbrella is already in your hand. Silence comes before the storm. And Socrates turned it into armor. Picture the scene: stone cell, iron chains, the city outside roaring for his blood. Plato tells us in the Crito slips in at dawn, finds Socrates asleep, and simply sits, quiet, for hours. Not one word of panic, not one curse at the jury. 3 full days the old man waited for the hemlock ship, and the only sound from his lips was the soft rhythm of breath. This is why the rule works. 10 seconds of deliberate silence before you react buys you 10 years without regret. Think of the last time life punched you, a text that crushed you, a boss who humiliated you, a friend who ghosted. Your finger hovered over send, your mouth opened to scream. Socrates' silence says, close it. Count to 10. Let the storm howl outside while you listen inside. In that pause, the anger loses its teeth. The story you are about to tattoo on your heart fades like chalk in rain. He didn't ignore the unfairness. He refused to let it rent space in his soul. This is why his friends wept, and the jailer wept, And 2,000 years later, we still whisper his name. Because silence before the storm is the moment peace is born. Hold that breath with me. We're about to hand you 3 questions that make any storm irrelevant. Stay close. Your 10-second pause starts now. Here are the 3 questions that kill resentment dead in its tracks. Socrates never wrote them down. He carved them into every conversation like a quiet blade. Tonight, you get to carry them. Question 1. Did I truly understand what I expected? Most pain is just a broken promise you made to yourself in the dark. You expected loyalty. You expected fairness. You expected the promotion. Ask once and watch the expectation crumble. Question 2. Is my pain coming from the event or the story I just glued onto it? The layoff happened in 5 minutes. Your story has been running for 5 weeks. Peel the story off and the wound is already half healed. Question 3. What virtue can I practice right now? This is the knockout punch. Real example. Friday, 3 p.m. Your boss slides the pink slip across the desk. Old you, they're unfair. I'll burn this place down on Glassdoor. New you. Question 1. I expected lifelong security. Was that realistic? Question 2. The pain is from my fear of starting over, not the slip itself.
Question 3. Today I practice patience and courage. You walk out lighter. The company lost an employee. You gained a superpower. 3 questions, 10 seconds. 1 resentment murdered. Write them on your lock screen. Tattoo them on your wrist. Because the next injustice is already in your inbox, and these 3 lines are the only shield you'll ever need. Hold them tight. We're about to turn them into a mirror that shows you the real enemy. Stay with me. Your peace is 30 seconds away. The mirror technique. Turns the blade inward, and suddenly you're the one holding the handle. Socrates never asked, "Who wronged me?" He asked one question, over and over, until the crowd wanted to strangle him. What is justice? What is courage? What is love? That single habit is your new weapon. Here's how you wield it. Step 1. The second resentment sparks. Grab your phone or a scrap of paper. Step 2. Write 1 sentence that redefines the word that's bleeding. Not, "They stole my promotion." Write, "Success is the quiet pride I feel when I give my best, whether they notice or not." Not, "She broke my heart." Write, "Love is the strength I grow when I choose kindness without a guarantee." Resentment is a mirror you keep polishing for someone else. The mirror technique hands it back, forces it to face you. Example, your ex posts a new partner. Old you, spiral for 3 days. New you, open notes, type. Partnership is 2 people choosing peace every morning. I just freed myself to choose it alone. Hit save. The ache shrinks to the size of a fingerprint. Do this 5 times and the mirror cracks. Do it 50 times and the mirror becomes a window. Socrates died with that window wide open. No anger, no victimhood, just clarity. Your turn. The next time the world hands you a cracked mirror, don't throw it at them. Polish it until you see yourself smiling. Hold that image. We're about to give you the final test even death couldn't fail. Stay with me. Your reflection is waiting. The hemlock test is the moment truth stares back at you from the bottom of a cup. Athens, 399 BC. The black sail returns. The jailer hands Socrates a clay bowl swirling with crushed poison. His friends are sobbing. Crito is on his knees. Run, the boat is ready. 1 hour and you're free. Socrates smiles. He lifts the cup and says the line that still echoes. An unjust law is still the law I agreed to live under. To break it now would make me the wrongdoer. He drinks. Legs go numb. Chest tightens. Last breath, calm. Now the test is yours. Close your eyes. Imagine this injustice, the betrayal, the layoff, the lie, is your final 5 minutes on earth. Would you still waste them rehearsing anger? Would you still refresh their Instagram for the 1000th time? 90% of the people watching this today will fail the him-like test. They'll choose fury over 5 minutes of peace. Socrates passed. He died with 0 enemies in his heart, 0 regrets on his tongue. Your turn. Next time life hands you poison, don't spit it back. Sip slowly. Ask the 3 questions. Redefine the pain. And walk into whatever comes next, smiling. Hold that cup. We're about to give you a drill you can run in any supermarket line. Stay with me. Death is easy. Living peacefully, that's the real test. The marketplace drill turns every supermarket line into your private dojo. Socrates didn't meditate on a mountaintop. He trained in the dust of Athens, elbow to elbow with fish sellers and liars. Here's the 3-move combo you run today. Move 1. Spot one tiny injustice. A 10-person queue. A slow barista. A driver who stole your parking spot. That's your training dummy. Move 2. Fire the 3 questions silently in your head. Did I truly understand what I expected? Is this pain the event or my story? What virtue can I practice right now? 10 seconds. No phone, no muttering. Move 3. Thank the source. Catch their eye, 1 nod, 1 half smile. You just turned poison into medicine. Do this once a day, and Stanford neuroscientists say your cortisol, the stress hormone, drops up to 23% in 21 days. That's not philosophy. That's blood work. I ran it last week. Grocery line, 15 people, 1 open register. Old me, foot tapping, silent cursing. New me, 3 questions, 1 smile to the cashier. Walked out lighter than my shopping bag. Your dojo opens at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Cue, question, smile. Repeat. Hold that smile. We're about to hand you the one unfairness nobody can ever take. Stay with me. Your harbor is already built.
The ultimate asymmetry is the one thing no court, no X, no algorithm can ever confiscate. In the final pages of Crito, line 49b, Socrates leans against the prison wall and says, "It is never right to do wrong." Not because the gods are watching, because wrong is the only poison you can choose to swallow twice. Here's the math they don't teach in school. They can take your money, they can take your followers, they can take your parking spot, your promotion, your passport. But only you can hand over your peace. That's the asymmetry. They have the storm, you have the harbor. Picture it. Waves crash, boats sink, yet inside your harbor, the water stays glass calm, because you built the breakwater with 3 questions, 1 smile, and a daily 10-second pause. I watched a client lose a $1 million lawsuit last month. He texted me at 2 a.m. I ran the drill, I redefined justice, I drank the hemlock test. They got the money, I kept the harbor. He slept like a child. Tonight, someone will ghost you. Tomorrow, a boss will steal your idea. They'll swing the storm. You will swing the harbor. Hold that image. We're about to close the gate on every injustice you'll ever face. Stay with me. Your peace is already signed, sealed, and unsinkable. Here is Socrates' rule. In one breath you can whisper forever. Every time life feels unfair, pause. Ask the 3 questions. Choose the virtue. Peace is the only thing nobody can sentence you to lose. Right now, what was the last unfair thing that happened to you? The text you never got? The credit stolen at work? The door slammed in your face? Are you ready to run the hemlock test tonight before the poison of resentment spreads another inch? Pause this video. Take out your phone. Open reminders. Set one for 9 p.m. every single night. Title it 3 questions. Body. 1. Did I truly understand what I expected? 2. Is this pain the event or my story? 3. What virtue can I practice right now? Hit save. That tiny tap just built your harbor. In 21 days, come back to this video, scroll to the comments, tell me in one line, still unfair or finally free. I'll be waiting. Socrates closed his eyes 2 millennia ago and left us the final line, no wind is favorable if you don't know which harbor you're sailing to. You just chose yours. Breathe out. The storm is still raging outside, but inside your chest, the water is glass. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. Thank you for sailing with me. See you in 21 nights.